It's Week 11 of the NFL, and all eyes are on the dual threat Lamar Jackson. After his last game, he's now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Ravens and the Bengals on Thursday night.
With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Straight ahead, it's a rematch from last year's AFC wildcard game, as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Baltimore Ravens. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Bengals now set for their first possession, and it's Pro Bowler Joe Burrow who leads this offense in his fourth season now out of LSU.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Man open. That's Jamar Chase complete. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And 3rd and 8 now. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, Burrow. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
11 empty.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there, 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win. But how about the challenge we're seeing here in this game early? Man coverage against some fleet receivers. That time, the defense won.
From midfield now, Burrow. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Kyle Hamilton make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. So on 4th down, on is Brad Robbins to punt for the Bengals. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Now this is fielded in the end zone. Was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Ravens offense set to go to work, and it's Lamar Jackson now in his 6th NFL campaign who will lead the way.
And he's had a great season so far throwing the football. Very likely could go over 4,000 yards with a good performance here. And even in the age of passing first, that is no small accomplishment.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now Jackson. They're looking deep here for Flowers. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Zay Flowers with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Ravens will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a potential positive, or is this just more in what has been really a string of bad luck for them?
Well, to me, it comes down to leadership, and leadership's got to spin it into a positive and make it an advantage for them. Yes, we're in a losing streak. Yes, no one thinks we can win, but we have the resources we need right here in this room. Let's go ahead and play better. Let's hang together and shock the world a little bit. Put it all together. They got a chance.
There he goes, right side. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
That penalty is declined.
Play action. It's Burrow. He's to the 15. And finally down at the 9-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at first and goal.
11 MT, hey! 12, 12, 12. 11, 11, 11.
Burrow will throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
And Burrow going to throw again. On the right side, open is Gesicki. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys that have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal.
Here we go, here we go.
Start of the second quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Bengals' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it was Jamar Chase who finished it off with a touchdown reception. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Zay Flowers and the Raven offense back onto the field. Creeping up on 1,000. Could get there on this drive. So a challenge for him to do that. But also defensively, maybe a challenge for them to not allow that.
And that means probably kicking even more coverages to his side. And what that really means is wherever he lines up, you will have a cornerback over in his area. Now instead of blitzing your linebacker, dropping more coverage. Instead of the safety dropping into regular coverage, that safety moves into that area to try and discourage the quarterback from going to him. That means everyone else, win your routes. You've got an opportunity to catch passes now, too.
A little bit of a cat and mouse game. It is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Boy, he ran free there after the
catch as that winds up going for 38. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Jackson. And Walker has it. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Jackson will throw again. They'll get this to Flowers, left side. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Zay Flowers, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Just a 4-play drive that time, and it's capped off by the Baltimore score. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line.
Well, not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time, and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Here we go.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Now it's Burrow.
That one taken in by T. Higgins.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Well, there's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he still has yet to get on track in this 1st half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
Here we go.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Kyle Van Noy, he's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down.
McPherson's kick is good.
And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. And the numbers for the last drive, and he was perfect, which maybe isn't surprising because he has not missed a pass in this game yet.
And it lets you know just how precise things have to be for a quarterback to be perfect, because that means the line's blocking really well, no one's dropping any of the passes thrown to them, and the quarterback is accurate. It's almost like a pitcher throwing a no-hitter or a perfect game, isn't it? He's the principal guy, but he needs a lot of help.
Time to find out if he can keep that perfect game going here, partner. Rolling to his right.
On the crossing route, he finds Kohler.
Touchdown!
Charlie Kohler.
His first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Tucker now for the extra point. It's good, and it's 21-10. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
No run back here for Jones. A touchback.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here.
Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
Second down, they go again with Henry. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Dancing to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long. Play action. It's Jackson. That's caught. It's Flowers. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Here's 3rd and 6. Now it's Jackson. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson as the first half is winding down. And the Ravens would extend their lead here just before halftime. Tucker now to add the point after. And the lead is up to 18 now. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Now the Bengal offense going to see the ball one more time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A little eager there coming in from his outside linebacker position.
You think the hard count got him there?
Yes.
Maybe that extra that extra emphasis on it got him to jump, and they picked up 5 yards.
So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
11.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. And now he'll turn, and off his back foot, he'll heave this deep. This to the sideline and over everybody. Incomplete. No flags forthcoming, though. Maybe a break there. That looked like a clear throwaway to me. Now a 2nd and 10. Final play of the half for Burrow and company. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So we're at halftime here in the Inner Harbor with the hometown Ravens on top. As we'll get you halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Zay Flowers and his offense about to begin their next drive. He's having a day here in quarter number 3. Over 100 yards, couple touchdowns. Every receiver's hope for when they head into that game in the National Football League.
And his team is loving what he's giving them. Of course, the yardage is terrific, but I think it's what you mentioned, the 2 touchdowns. That's the big one because he's paying off his results downfield.
And still more time here, third quarter. We'll see what else he has in store for us. And he will finally be shoved out of bounds down at the 30-yard line. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. They go play action with Jackson. He'll buy some time right. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. And quickly they get to the line.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the Bengals 32-yard line.
Play action. Now Jackson. Finding Walker complete. And in for the Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. 32 yards. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half.
On 2.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. Let's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible.
And now off to the races, down the right side. Dalvin Cook. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Dalvin Cook, 77 yards. And the Bengals get a bit closer. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to 18.
Bengals 17.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Zay Flowers and the Raven offense back onto the field. When you're in a zone like he is, what's the conversation like on the sideline between he and his quarterback? Is that a one-way conversation of, hey, just keep getting me the football?
It actually is probably a two-way conversation because he wants to keep getting him the football because he's seeing the payoff. You know, getting the ball to that guy means yardage, and as we've seen, touchdowns in this game. So I think both of them get more and more excited about the possibilities as things continue on.
So far, it's been over 100 yards and the 2 scores. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Running left, it's Henry. Down inside the 40. So this game, Charles, you know, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Bengals are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, They've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
The throw over the middle taken in, and he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First target, first catch, and a first down.
First down, Bengals.
11, 11, 11, 11, 12, 11, mighty, 11,
And
mighty.
to give to Brown on the option. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
And give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
That's on the guard, Alex Kappa.
Here we go.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long.
11, 11, 11, empty, 11, empty, 12, 12, 12.
They keep it on the ground. Again, it's Brown. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for him. You don't see that a ton, do you? Or the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball is moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. And he's going to be trapped inside his own 5. A very curious decision to bring that one out. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Ravens will get it. First and 10 from deep in their own territory. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he's upended at the 6 as they double their room to maneuver on a pickup of 3. Henry again on second down. And he's up past the 10 to about the 12. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 2.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And they're going to get the first down here across the 15-yard line.
5-yard gain on the play.
They go play action now. Jackson. Walker with a grab, left side. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 55 yards. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the 4th. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. They'll roll him out right. And this is going to be pulled in by the tight end Andrews. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. They'll give Henry another shot. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry with career touchdown number 96. He joins Eric Dickerson on the all-time list. And the Ravens add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Sliding out of the pocket.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Now an open man. That's the tight end, Gesicki. It's complete. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27th.
On 1, ready?
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Draw play for Brown. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a 1st down.
Gun.
A gain of 13 yards. 1st down, Cincinnati.
Burrow will throw. Now a short one to Gesicki, and he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-body tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Burrow looking to pass. That is caught, and he's got room. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's a 1st down with a cherry on top, 31 yards.
And the Bengals 1st down.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Kyle Hamilton able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. They're passing here. Joe Burrow out of his hands quickly to Higgins. It'll be a gain of 5. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
And it's 3rd down.
Now Burrow. And this is going to be incomplete. So 2 third down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down.
Here we go.
They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. So here are the Ravens to take over on offense. They've got the lead yet again in this ball game with their winning streak right now sitting at 10. Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
These two teams, they met up earlier in the year back in week 2. And it was the Ravens getting the road victory in that one. So now they'll look to finish off the season sweep here in Baltimore.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. Going deep for Walker. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, this has been another impressive display by this undefeated team, Charles, and it looks like they're going to stay that way after this one.
Yeah, one of the league's best offenses. They've stayed on brand in this contest because they continue to look.
And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and they fail on a try for 2.
I know we can sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you I mean, yeah, that's not a good decision.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
No run back here for Joe. The Bengals offense getting set and ready to go again here. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Deidre Sanat with a sack. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now it's Burrow.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's got a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
51 yards on the punt there. And the Ravens, they'll take over. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4.
Hey, report! Report!
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. Going deep for Walker. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Play action. It's Jackson. In trouble, and he's taken down. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
A loss of 9 on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Now back to throw. That's going deep for Bateman. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Here's Jones. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Cincinnati's offense coming back here onto the field. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. Now Burrow on 1st down. Throw left side complete to Chase. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Here we go.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Here's Burrow. Complete to Zacchaeus. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now it's Burrow. Now a short one to Gesicki. 7 yards there and a 1st down. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. That's complete once again. It's Gesicki.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's second down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left.
On one, ready?
Here's a 2nd and 5.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. A final shot now for Burrow.
And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted.
Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.